Hi, today is Monday the 7th, and this is the weekly recap on the current trades. Here we see the June trade. I did little last week on this trade. If we look at the trade log, I basically removed some downside risk for 30 cents. Now we're nothing really. And at this point, the only thing I'd be looking at is reducing the upside. It costs about 15 cents. I think the mark price is about 11 cents to 11 or 12 cents for this one. So I will probably leave it for another day or two and start closing the trade. I mean, this trade can yield about 877. We are at 832. Just to release capital because we maxed that on Reg T. I'm also almost to my target margin to equity on a PM account. So it is actually time to reduce the trade. Reducing the trade would probably be 20 cents here with a PDS. As you can see, it doesn't do much if I don't reduce, maybe with -2 and 2 here. Then I would get 6.5, and I suppose my PM account would also be reduced accordingly. So this is probably what I'm going to be doing, but there's absolutely no rush on this one. So this is for June. My bet for July was that, okay, the market would take a little bit of a dive and I would take advantage of the sweet spot. It doesn't seem to be coming with the market still pretty high, so I may just add another PCS, but really at 39 DTE, I generally go for a PCS roll or short put condor, meaning that I would reduce it maybe something like this or lower. So that would be, well, 30 cents, maybe lower. Maybe I would put my PS a bit to get more credit here, but that's more or less what I'd be inclined to do. I can go slightly flatter if I want to, considering that, as I mentioned on previous recordings, that I do have a VXX position that would definitely help me if the market goes on to a dive. So here, probably constant capital adjustment. Nothing more. Last week I started an August trade. It is losing a little bit at the moment, not 34. Let's wait for the prices to come. At the moment I can't really do much. I think I've got on Reg T, I've got about 4K left. So I'm not going to do much until June is out of the way. So that will be my incentive to actually wind down June ahead of expiration. So on this one, why did I enter this? Well, if I go back to June, you will see that I have trouble trusting these numbers. My theta may not be high, it can't be negative. So, and also when I looked at entering August, the delta was quite volatile. I know it's flat, neither here nor there, but I mean really, I just don't trust this thing entirely. I mean, they are more or less all right. So for the sake of remaining conservative, I went for the wider structure and I put it a little bit OTM to get my negative delta. I would say a fairly stable -2 negative delta. If I had entered at the money, I still had, and the regular size, I still had some positive delta. And that's the thing I don't want to compromise with. So this is, oh, okay, -72. It took a bit of time to get that pre-market data in. So I'm pretty happy with this. 342 means that my larger broken butterflies cost me $1. This is still pretty good overall. So I'm happy with that. If I wanted to be slightly more aggressive, I just have to pull one PCS here for almost $3, and then I've got no upper expression line risk. I mean, this is easy. Of course, my theta is small, so that's also a bit of a pressure to add to this trade, to add theta. That being said, I wouldn't go on a call side just now. There's no IVSQ on August, so on the call side I will wait a bit longer. And if I do, it's likely to be around 4550 to 4600, and yeah, 4550 to 4575 I would get over $1. That's okay, but it's still a bit early for this. So unless you want to take a bet that, yeah, the market will retrace from here and the IVSQ will be starting around 4450, that's something you can do. It is actually likely to start around 4450 to 4500. So on this one, I'm going to wait in any case. Of course, I could do the call side without adding capital to the trade, but overall, I'm going to wait a little bit. Again, I'm going to wind down June, do a constant capital adjustment on July, and then I can easily start looking at August. Okay, there's a little bit of background noise, so it's probably better for me to stop it here. Thank you for watching, and more updates on Slack. Thank you, and bye-bye.